So the Vikings seem fine with this, but what about the fan base? How are they reacting to the news? For that, we turn to Rob Olson, who is outside the Vikings facility tonight with more on how the fans took the news of Kirk fleeing town. Rob?
Well, Jim, the fans that I talked to, some of whom I was actually breaking the news to about this contract deal, were disappointed but not surprised, especially when I told them the money involved and that it was 4 years. They knew, as Pete Bursich just said, that the Vikings probably couldn't match that they didn't want to commit to 4 years. Certainly, though, disappointment in feeling that Kirk had become one of us.
Quarterback, Kirk Cousins!
On New Year's Eve, when Kirk Cousins shed his sweatshirt to sound the Galler horn, the crowd went crazy. They knew it just could be his last time in U.S. Bank Stadium as a Viking, and so did he. He signed with Atlanta.
Yeah, so I was afraid of that.
I know he'd be.
So what are the Vikings going to do for a quarterback?
On a beautiful March Monday, now 71 days later, despite the sunshine, fans came across a bit gloomy.
Well, they kind of showed that what they had without him. I don't think people appreciated what they had with him until he was gone. So
it's sort of a disappointment, but at the same time, I understand why he did what he did.
Cousins departs having earned more money here, $185 million, than any player in team history, which is one reason why he became divisive among fans who thought, as good as he could be at times, it just never equaled his pay.
yeah, and coming off a big injury like this, who knows what he's going to come back as, right?
Dress rehearsal? Big Kirko wakes up dripping like this.
But he certainly endeared himself off the field, the happy-go-lucky, dorky dad who truly worked very hard.
He was such a Minnesota type of guy.
Nice guy.
You know?
Nice guy.
Now part of team history. Fans understand he got the deal the Vikings couldn't match.
You know, it's part of the business.
I don't blame Cousins either.
Yeah, and that's the thing, and especially learning, too, that his wife is from the Atlanta area, has got family there, too, so certainly family factors into it as much as money, and a lot of money factors into it as well. A lot of questions, though, among fans about what the Vikings do now, hoping that they, make some draft pick trades to move up to draft high for a quarterback, knowing there's a lot of work to do there, but certainly a little bit of time to work with as well. Back to you.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Rob. That is going to be the focus now. The NFL draft. The Vikings currently hold the 11th pick overall, but the top 3 teams in the draft right now are projected to take quarterbacks, and they may not be willing to move. So it'll be a big price if the Vikings want to try to get one of the top 3. Then you're looking at the 4th best, 5th best. At least that's what the rankings have these at. Guys always flip, but on paper, it looks like it's going to be very difficult for the Vikings to get up there to get one of those top 3.
What round was Tom Brady? 6th?
There you go.
There we go.
There is our silver lining.